come to Pilates for all kinds of reasons. Some people come to Pilates because they want to work on their health and fitness, and it's one of the most effective health exercise programs out there. Some people come because they're in pain and they have some stiffness and they're wanting to re-educate the body so that the body works more efficiently and they can have a life with fun and play and sports. And it helps with longevity, so living a really long and healthy life. Some people come to Pilates because they want a career and learning how to teach Pilates. And that was one of the things that I did. My name's Leslie Clayton. I'm the owner of the Body Awareness Studio here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I've been teaching Pilates since 1993. And I just really want to acknowledge the teachers that have given me so much information. I'm just going to talk about a few of them right now because I don't know if they won't maybe hear this, but they impacted me when I first started teaching Pilates and gave me pearls of wisdom that are lasting me all the way now into 2018. So my first Pilates teacher was Jane Edwards. She was a ballet dancer and a ballet teacher, and she danced with the Atlanta Ballet. And during one of those summer dance programs, I was teaching modern dance to the kids in the summer program at the Atlanta School of Ballet, and I was just coming out of an injury where I had fractured my pelvis, my collarbone, and my shoulder blade all on the left side from a car accident where I got T-boned in the driver's door. And I was a dancer with Carl Radcliffe Dance Theater and Lee Harper and dancers during those years. And Jane Edwards got me on the reformer, the Pilates reformer, for the first time. And it was about 8 weeks after the accident. And I had just given up my cane, and I had just finished with physical therapy and started teaching the kids. And I noticed that as I got into the studio, there were some things that I couldn't physically do that I used to be able to do before I was had that accident. And Jane knew that I had that accident. She put me on that reformer and did 2 half-hour sessions with me. And I gotta say that after the first half hour on the Pilates reformer, the next day when I went in to teach Pilates to the teach modern dance to the little young dancers, I guess they were like ages 11 to 13, something like that. So it was a lot of fun and had to stay animated. The next day I could do things that I couldn't do the day before, and I remembered that. It stuck with me. And then I had my next session with Jane, and I mean, we did things like feet in the feet straps, and I had a lot of instability in my pelvis because of that fractured pelvis. And there was a lot of tightness in the shoulder after, because it was only 10 weeks after that car accident, I think. So I was mending pretty quickly. I was young, I was about 30 years old, and about a year later, I was approached by some women that had an experience with Pilates at Canyon Ranch. That was about 1993, so the accident was 92. They came to me in 1993 and asked me if I'd ever heard of Pilates, and as a matter of fact, I had, because of my experience the previous summer. And nobody taught Pilates in Atlanta during that time, and they were really wanting to do it. And at that time, you couldn't even purchase a reformer because of liability reasons unless you were already enrolled in a Pilates program, or if you were a professional dancer and had some Pilates experience. The manufacturer, at that time, Current Concepts and Ken Endelman, would, they kind of, for liability reasons, they were cautious about selling the apparatus to someone who just had one experience at Canyon Ranch. So lucky for the ladies and lucky for me, I'd had a little experience. I called Ken Endelman and found out the best ways to get started, and that started my Pilates teacher training journey. I said yes to the ladies. The car accident money was finally coming through after 1 year. Finally, all the settlement was coming in. So I started my training, professional training as a Pilates teacher up in New York with Romana Krasnowska. And thanks to Ken Endelman and his support and his advice, that's how I got started teaching Pilates. And I did not know that I was going to be starting a studio. It wasn't for that reason. I just really was curious and wanted to share what I learned with the ladies, and they were super excited to learn it. So that is how I got started. And people have all kinds of stories about how they got started. It really made an impact on my life during the recovery. I remembered it, I've kept going, and it has actually been an amazing journey on every level, from aligning the physical body and learning to dance again after the accident to educating the mind. It's kept me engaged and constantly learning more about the body and the magnificence of the physical form. But also it's educating me about how to build relationships, not just the relationship with my body, the education of how to be in relationship with others as a Pilates instructor, and stepped up my leadership skills, my self-esteem, my confidence, all of those things through teaching Pilates. It's helped me open my heart, and I'm going to say it also helps me activate the connection between my soul and my spirit. And I'll talk some more about that in some more YouTube videos, and I'll share more about how aligning the body, educating the mind, opening the heart, and activating spirit can be, soul and spirit, can be things that you can cultivate for yourself by studying Pilates and learning to teach Pilates. Thank you.